Hello, welcome. This is Sports Tonight to reach you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Good to have you join us once again to talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakman. At the two-day interministerial technical session on sports industry development has ended today in Abuja, and there was a commitment from the Ministry of Youth and Sports to start turning ideas into reality. Yesterday, the Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Dare, told that group made up of technocrats from 7 different ministries and, of course, the Nigeria Economic Summit Group. He says it's time to start making sports a business in Nigeria. We'll talk about that one on the show tonight. We'll also find out what's going on right there at the CAF Under 23 AFCON. You know the story. The Olympic Eagles couldn't make it. They couldn't pick a ticket to the Olympics. Yes, that's how sad it was. South Africa won the 3rd place match. The final match between Egypt and Cote d'Ivoire is ongoing, 1-1, extra time. We're looking for a winner. We'll give you updates on this show tonight. The Super Sand Eagles of Nigeria, they're in Asuncion in Paraguay. They should be ready now for their opening Group D match with Portugal. Yes, the Beach Soccer World Cup will get our attention tonight on the program. In about 50 minutes' time in Paraguay, that match will kick off. We'll monitor it to see what Nigeria can do at that competition. Walk with us tonight on the program. I'll talk about league football developments in Nigeria. And Nasarawa United are in some sort of trouble. What happened? That match day 4 fixture where there were some disturbances in Lafayette. Tonight, the LMC, that's the league management company, they're saying to clubs in Nigeria, this season, it's action and consequence. So whatever you do, just wait for the league management company. They will answer you. Also review match day 5 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. What can we not say about the league? It's just starting. We're already seeing some teams saying, look, we are not here to play. One of them played 2 United. We'll talk about it tonight and see if they can keep that momentum going. Aqua United needs to start winning. Warrior Wolves have shown to us that they can be a decent side this season. MFM saying to all the eastern states, when we come there, we're not smiling. They've shown it to Heartland. They've shown that same behavior to Enugu Rangers. Can they do it to Abia Warriors? We'll talk about the league tonight on the program. The Nigeria National League will also get off across different centers in the country. We will talk about match day 1 of what has been described as the most important league. We're talking about football in Nigeria. The NNL will get our attention big time on the show tonight. It's a big, big weekend of football across Europe. We'll take a look at some of the fixtures that will get us talking. I will not get on with this show if I don't continue that countdown to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Yes, we're not playing. The days are counting. Our time is ticking away. How ready is Nigeria? When we get to the countdown, we'll talk about it big time. Sports Tonight on your award-winning sports-loving Channels television. What are you talking about? Tomorrow, big night also in heavyweight boxing. Deontay Wilder, he'll be having a rematch with Luis Ortiz. He says, don't blink. Don't say you want to go to the bathroom. Don't say you want to go get popcorn. Because when you come back, you might just be asking what's going on. But Luis Ortiz, I think he was decent in the first fight. Showed some signs of brilliance here and there, but it was Deontay Wilder that won by technical knockout in round 10. What will happen tomorrow? Heavyweight boxing. We get us talking tonight on the show also, and that's where I want you to be part of the program, particularly if you're a big fan of heavyweight boxing. Let's talk. I know a lot of Nigerians. They'll say, well, that's Deontay Wilder. Let him just go and fight Luis Ortiz. They are waiting for that rematch between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. Because Andy Ruiz did the unthinkable. He stunned the world when he knocked down Anthony Joshua to win those titles. Joshua needs to reclaim his belt. I love what's going on in the heavyweight category. We're talking about boxing. We'll talk about some of it if we got some time on the show tonight, Sports Tonight, on your award-winning sports-loving Channels television. Welcome on board wherever you are in the world watching us. It's the Fun Factory. What are you talking about? Action-packed world of sports. I want you to be part of the program. Tell me, what is it you're following? What do you want us to talk about? What can you say about the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classics. Persons are still saying to us, well done, Channels TV. You did a great job. You're promoting athletics at the grassroots. Not just athletics, we're doing it with football also at the grassroots. We're doing football for primary school. We're doing athletics for secondary schools. What's the objective? We want to revive sports at the schools, revive sports at the grassroots, discover and nurture talents. That discussion will not stop, yes, because you guys love it. And so let's keep talking about it on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels Sports. I want to read from followers of the Nigeria Professional Football League. What's your take about the stats that Plateau United is giving to us this season? Kano Pillars. What is the problem? They need to start winning, and it's win or win for them when they take on Wiki Tourists on match day 5. Fans of Kano Pillars, let's talk. Fans of MFM, let's talk. Warrior Wolves, they are back to the league, and this time they're saying we're not going anywhere because they are a traditional side of league football in Nigeria. Let's talk about that one also. Enugu Rangers, they will take on Aqua Starlets. They didn't end well when they took on MFM in Enugu. Can Aqua Starlets, now called Dakada FC, I said they are standing up. They got their first victory in the league yesterday. Can they keep it going when they get to Enugu? Match day 5 of the Nigeria Professional Football League will get our attention. But where I want you to be part of this show tonight is when we're talking about sports development in Nigeria. When you look at Europe, look at America, even some parts of Africa, put South Africa in the mix, put Kenya. What is it that they are doing to sports development that Nigeria can emulate? Talk to us. Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels Sports. Because today in Abuja, the Inter-Ministerial Technical Session on Sports Industry Development ended, and the Ministry of Youth and Sports says it's time to start turning ideas into reality. Let's reduce the talks and do more action, and I love it. They have assured us that they want to make sports in Nigeria a business. We'll talk about that one also on the show tonight. All our top stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com, and on YouTube /channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com. Download the Channels TV app for any of those devices that you see on your screen. Walk with us. It's the Fun Factory. Let's help you keep up with the pace. Are you talking about the English Premier League? We'll talk about it. Are you still talking about Jose Mourinho? A lot of you guys are saying Jose will not succeed at Tottenham Hotspur. Jose says he will try not to make mistakes. He also said he's now humbled. You think Jose can make a difference at Spurs? That should also get us talking. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Welcome on board. Let's welcome Alfred Okoligwe. Makes a return on the show. I missed Alfred last week, Friday. Alfred, good to have you on the program.
It's a delight to be here, Austin. And I also missed the show last week. Got to move the league, taking one from one point to the other. And it's exciting. For like 6 months, we didn't have any form of football in the country, and it was a big loss. When the league started, everyone was like, well, but now it's match day 5 already. And everybody's everybody. Plateau United is having a smooth ride. Yes, unbeaten. Warrior was still unbeaten in the league. MFM still remains there. Yes, MFM still there. I don't know how they managed to do it. You win your games on the road, but somehow contract to dropping points at home. I don't know how that works out for them. But football, all in all, it's been an exciting time with the league.
I agree with you totally. That's it. We'll talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League later on the program. But let's get on the show this way. Continue our countdown to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. How many more days to go? 244. That's what I do. Remind everybody involved that the times are taken away, that the days are counting. How ready is Nigeria for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics? Alfred, it's time for us to start asking questions. Now that they say football, the king of sports in Nigeria, will not be part of it, I'm saying all of those monies that they will put into football, weightlifting, table tennis, and others, wrestling. Can we now see ways that we can make sure we empower those other sports so that they can go give us a good representation?
You know what, Austin? If the football team had been going for this competition, would have expected that so much in terms of money, because one, it costs more to take a football team to tournament than any other team. The wrestling team, they are now up to 22 players. Of course, when you talk of
Max, you take 13, 14.
No, when you talk of 22 players, the backroom staff alone is
Alone.
almost equal that number in terms of
Yeah.
people, the people around them who work with the team and the rest of them. So I would expect that those resources, just like you mentioned, will be channeled to these other sports you want to call in quotes lesser sports. They need the support because you joked once about an athlete who was like he wants
That is going to learn football.
he wants
I want to play football.
because those are the guys that get
Yeah.
all the attention. Now it's an opportunity, and they go the one at that
Yeah.
for us to really show these guys love, for us to show that since we can prepare so well for football, we can also prepare very, very well for other sports. And the results are there to show. Take, for example, our wrestlers.
That's right.
They are doing fantastically
Wrestling
well.
can give about 20 medals.
Wrestling is one sport that we've shown that with prudent management of fund, with the opportunities that have been presented to them, they've done a fantastic job. Basketball, same thing. We're in the Olympics already, the male team. The women's team will join the men's team. So it just shows that other sports are making progress. If those managing football have not, don't show that required commitment to get to the Olympics, I mean, if others are doing, we should extend that kind of support.
We should.
The premium support to these other sports for them to do well.
And it's time for those other sporting federations to sit up, to say now we have a chance to prove a point. For instance, rowing and canoeing can give you over 30 medals at the Olympics. And lately, we've been showing signs of brilliance with that sport. Can they do their bit? First, they need to qualify. Let the ministry and the NOC tell us those sports that have qualified, those that are waiting for. All is so that we will know where to put our targets. Because now football is out of the way. So me and you will monitor the Olympics for taekwondo, for wrestling, for basketball, and those other sports. They must make it count.
Austin, interestingly, the time to start all of that should have been yesterday. Should have been yesterday because I know for one that, I mean, when it gets to this period, teams already or events that you not qualify for the Olympics, there are qualifying tournaments around the world where you can really get your athletes to qualify. Our bane in time past has always been when we don't get to attend this championship. The case of boxing, some time ago, they have a championship, they didn't attend. Athletics once had the World Junior Athletics Championship in Kenya. Hosted it. I mean, we couldn't make it later. So the time to prepare for these things now, make them available. Let's know where these qualifying tournaments are holding. Attend this competition and get these athletes because if they don't, it makes it difficult for them.
I agree with you that it's already late. But what can we do? It's the same fire brigade approach, but it would be good for us to have athletes there to even compete and get the exposure. But you did a great job reminding me about boxing. Alfred, you and I grew up and know our dominance in boxing. Last Olympics at Rio 2016, we had only Efe Ajagba representing Nigeria in boxing. One.
We couldn't even take a sparring partner to join. It was that difficult.
Story. He'll remember the story.
It was that bad.
So that's why I'm doing the countdown, you see. So I was asking, why didn't you just wait till 100 days to go? Then it's too late. Somebody will tell me that there's nothing that they can do. Contact the person making the kits for Team Nigeria now and say, hope everything is fine. Persons that we need, look, the main action isn't on the field, guys. It starts from here, from now. Get everything sorted. So psychologically, the athletes are ready, they're sound. Not that you tell them, oh, go and bring the kit you wore to the World Championship. Just wait for now. No, those little things affect
we're still expecting the contractor to supply.
Don't let me remind you what happened at Rio 2016. It was the last day of the competition that the kids arrived at Rio 2016. So that's why we'll do this countdown. 244 more days to go. Mr. Sunday Dari, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Federation Presidents, Nigeria Olympic Committee, coaches, athletes, the media, everybody involved. It's 244 more days to go to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Some athletes, they've closed shop with preparations. They are just waiting. They are conditioning, make their mindset stay steady as they approach the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Nigeria, do you want to make an impact or you just want to go and add to the numbers? That's the question left for Nigerians to answer. Let's move on with the show now. Talk about the CAF Under-23 AFCON. That one also serves as Olympic qualification. You see why I started that countdown? Nigeria will not compete in the football event at the Olympics. Male and female team did not qualify. It's shocking, right? I said that and something just happened to you. That's what it is. And it is what you sow, you reap. But right there, they are busy. Some other persons are busy and they've qualified already. South Africa will be at the Olympics.
Interestingly, they beat Ghana in the third place match. It ended 1-1, went into penalties and they ran away with that one. So they will be in the Olympics. Football event of the Olympics. No, they can't make progress. We will, on the continent, we say, okay, the South Africans, the kind of football they play, we play better football, we stronger, but you can't fault them for the organization, how they've been able to, you know, put their football from top to bottom. It's not we putting all our eggs in one basket. Now the Super Eagles, like, I mean, credit to the Nigerian Football Federation, the crop of players we have in the Super Eagles now are top notch. This, the nearest that you can say, this is nearest that we've come to what we had in 1994. I mean, where players, for every position, you have 2-3 players committing. It's good. But down the line, what's been happening?
And a lot of questions to be answered. So for a team sports that gave Nigeria the only medal at the last Olympics and not qualifying for the Tokyo 2020, then it means we're not making progress.
And perhaps the only team sports that we
follow.
We stand a chance of even competing with the best in the world.
Yeah,
it's one that is okay. Yeah. When these guys attend this competition, for the guy that wins good at the end of the day, have to contend with us.
Another opportunity to even have about 5 senior players, go motivate those young guys, and then so it's sad. It's sad, but what can we do? The Ministry for Youth and Sport, they've summoned the NFF. Said, what's the problem? What happened? Can we get an explanation? Nigerians love their football. It is what it is. We didn't qualify. Alfred just told you that South Africa, they have qualified after winning on penalties in the third place match. The final match is ongoing. It's Egypt taking on Cote d'Ivoire. And what a time for Cote d'Ivoire to tie it. Maybe that might go into penalties too.
Well, the extra time is being played now. Egypt scored in the first half. Cote d'Ivoire with a Dumbian, 89th minute when
let's shatter hearts.
Let's just close shop and equalizer. Right? Wow. That means it's going to be a long night. But I mean, the pressure that these guys are playing, perhaps the Egyptians might be under more pressure because they're playing at home.
Yeah.
And they are both in the Olympics, so really nothing. The title of, the African title, we're defending champions, trophy we couldn't defend. Trophy we couldn't defend. So just play for the title and. But the good thing is both teams are already in the Olympics.
So that's a confirmation of South Africa booking a place at the Olympics. So Africa's representatives in men's football, Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa. Won't we go through the playoff?
Yeah, the other Oceania regions, I'm still trying to get my hands on it. One of the teams will go to the playoffs. If they scale that playoffs, they'll join the rest of the team.
But this is confirmed. Yep. Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa. Nothing is wrong. We didn't make a mistake. There's no Nigeria. Don't even start saying, oh, maybe channels will change it. No, my producer is fine. That's the correct information. No Nigeria. We're defending champions at the CAF Under-23 AFCON, but no, we couldn't make it to the last 4. That's the story coming from the CAF Under-23 AFCON. We'll continue to monitor that one, let you know who the eventual winner will be. But hey, does it matter? They have the biggest objective already achieved, and that's qualifying for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Let's bring the discussion back home now. Let's go to the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. It's been 2 days of interministerial technical sessions, very technical sessions. About 7 ministries came together and said, let's brainstorm with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. How can we make sports a business? And today, Alfred, it's ended with a commitment from the Ministry of Youth and Sports saying that it's time to start turning ideas into reality.
I think we're not short of when it comes to talk shows like this. I mean, so many of it have so many reports, so many recommendations, all of them. But one thing I credit to the Honorable Minister of Sport is that he's shown that he really wants to get his hands soiled He is on top of the situation. He's shown that he is committed to the assignment that has been given to him by the president. And when it comes to when he was appointed, and everyone was like, but he has shown, he has said the right things, he has shown up in the right places, he's taking the right actions, and you can't fault. Perhaps this time around it will be different. I want to really stay positive that this time around things will just will not be like it's always been. We've not so many committees in time past that will, so many talk shops that will set up, so many interministerial, so many things that we're not short when it comes to talk shop. But this time around, I just hope it's different.
That's right.
But you can't fault the Honorable Mr. Osposonidare. He's shown that he's somebody that really wants to learn, wants to work, and really wants to ask the hard questions
and get answers.
And he demands answers, and to that I want to give him credit. And hopefully, what he's with what he's doing now, perhaps in the nearest future we'll begin to see the results.
Hopefully, and that's what he said at the end of the inter-ministerial technical session, that the Ministry of Youth and Sport will lead towards the implementation of all of these ideas.